What's up, guys? Coach John Wojo here with JW Fitness answering another question for you. Any suggestions for learning how to do chin-ups and pull-ups? I've never been able to do them. So my goal for this year is to be able to do chin-ups for at least 3 sets of 10. Okay, so first things first that you need to address is that going from 0 to 3 sets of 10 is like a completely different animal. So temper your expectations. Try going from 0 to 1 first, right? Try crawling before you walk and walking before you run. Nobody goes from 0 to 3 sets of 10 in a relatively short amount of time, especially if you've been trying to do this for years and you've been unable to do so. This is coming from a gentleman, so I'm assuming he can't do 1 because he says he's never been able to do them. So if you're a man and you can't do 1 pull-up as an adult, and that's not shitting on you, it's just it's a hard exercise, but don't expect to go from 0 to cranking out 3 sets of 10. All right, so that's that. Number 2 is also understand that pull-ups, chin-ups are a body weight exercise. They are an expression of your relative strength to your own body weight. So if you are heavy or obese, then step number 1 is to start getting that in order and start losing weight, because that might be one of the keys to you being able to eventually do a pull-up or chin-up, is simply losing the 40 pounds of extra body fat that you have that's weighing you down and making it so difficult to manipulate your own body weight. The next point would be, in my experience, there is a difference between doing a pull-up and doing a seated pull-down. So, meaning, my point is that you are much better off practicing the skill of doing a pull-up as opposed to just trying to get brutally strong doing similar movements that in reality don't really transfer very well to the pull-up movement. All right, pull-up is obviously just a very strict movement. It's opposite of being able to like lock your legs down into a machine and kind of utilize a little bit of momentum and pull a bar down to your chest. It's a completely different animal when you're doing a pull-up. So I would practice things that mimic the pull-up movement, whether that is jumping up to the top position and working the negative and lowering yourself down, or doing some type of band-assisted pull-ups, or even machine-assisted pull-ups, but I like band-assisted pull-ups more. I feel like you're able to maintain a little bit more of a natural body position when you're using a band to assist you to do your pull-up movements. And I would use a technique called Grease the Groove, which is just a high-frequency way to just do like several pull-ups, or do like a small session every single day or multiple times a day. Like you're not really doing it to like for hypertrophy reasons. You're doing it more for like strength reasons, for the skill of being able to do the pull-up. Because if you're not able to do any, then you're not able to do enough to elicit any type of like growth response. So you're going to have to use some type of bands or negatives. And it's not like you're going to do a set of 10 negatives or so. Like I would install a chin-up bar in your house, and kind of like every time you walk past it, jump up and like do a slow negative and keep going. And it's just a good way to acclimate yourself to the exercise and the skill of doing the exercise. And then you could have actual scheduled workouts where you do X amount of sets of X amount of reps of really doing the skill or doing the exercise with bands or negatives or a combination of the two. And that's how I would approach it. So I would focus on the exercise itself with bands or negatives. I would also supplement that with like a greasing the groove technique, which installing something at home and kind of every time you walk by it, just hop up and do a negative or two. And I would make sure that your body weight is your body composition. You are nice and lean and fit, because that alone is going to make manipulating your own body weight a hell of a lot easier. And that is my answer to that question. Guys, if you appreciate the content, like and subscribe. I'll talk to you soon.